Hello dear students, welcome back to this session. In today's session, we will be discussing another C++ program. Okay, have a look at the question. Write a C++ program to reverse a number and check whether it is a palindrome or not using a function. Once again, I'll repeat the question. Write a C++ program to reverse a number. Say for example, if I input a number called as 123, so I will be getting the answer as 321, isn't it? If I input 123, I will be getting as 321. So for that reverse, write a program to reverse a number and check whether it is a palindrome or not using a function. So palindrome means if I read the numbers from left to right and right to left, it should give the same. Say for example 121, 121. If you read from left to right and right to left, which gives the same. Say for example 121. If I reverse it, I will be getting the answer as 121 only. No change. Okay. Such numbers are called as a palindrome numbers. 121, 355, 353. 353 is also palindrome. Okay. So first we need to reverse a given number and I should check whether it is a palindrome or not. If it is a palindrome, I should print an appropriate message. If it is not a palindrome, I should print and it is not a palindrome using a user defined function. Follow? So have a look at the program. So what you are noticing, this part is nothing but a main program or calling function. Got the point? Or else you can call it as a first function. And this is what we call it as a subprogram or else called function. You can call it as a second function. This is first function and this is second function. Followed? Fine. So the program execution starts from this particular line. This first line is nothing but a comment line. This first line is nothing but a comment line. Have a look at here. So then comes the header file hash include within the angular bracket iostream.h stands for input output stream header file. Okay. Then comes this particular line is called as a function prototype. This second line is called as a function prototype. Have a look at the line. Long, one blank space, reverse. Within the parenthesis, long, end with the semicolon. That means long is the return type specifier. Reverse is the name of the function. Within the parenthesis, how many arguments? It's only one argument. That argument's type is long. That argument's type is long, end with semicolon. Okay. This particular line is called as a function prototype. Once again, have a look at this. Long is the return type specifier. Reverse is the name of the function. Within the parenthesis, long. That means we are going to pass one argument from calling function to called function. So that argument's type is long data type. What is the name of the function? Reverse. This reverse function returns what type of answer at the end? A long type. That is why I am writing the data type as long here. Followed? Well. Moving to the next one, a void main section. Void main function, open flower bracket, some declaration of two variables. The first one is num, second one is rev, stands for reverse. Got the point? Num and reverse. These two variables or identifiers are separated by what? Comma, and with what? Semicolon. These two variables are of type long data type. As we all are aware of the data types, integer, float, character, long, double, right? So these two variables are of type long type. So if you want to use, you can write here CLR-STR, stands for clear string function. When you are using CLR-STR function, you are supposed to add a corresponding header file, that is hash include within the angular bracket conio.h. Followed? Fine. Two variables declaration is over. Then comes straight away an output message. Cout stream insertion. Double quotation starts here. Input a number. This statement is asking me to provide a number. This statement is asking me to provide a number. Say for example, I am going to take the number as 252. I am going to take the number as 252. As we all know that this is a palindrome. If you read left to right and right to left, which gives the same, it does not change its value. Such numbers are called as a palindrome. Followed? So, accepted here. Input a number. We have given a number called as 252. 252 is stored in which variable? Num variable. Do remember, num is equals to 252. Okay. So, num is equal to 252. Fine. Accepted here. Then comes the next line. This is the most important line. This particular line is called as I'll call it as a function call. Function call. You are calling a function. You are calling a function. See, have a look at here. Rev is the name of the variable. This is the most important line. Try to understand. Okay. Rev is equals to reverse. Inside the parenthesis num. Rev is the name of the variable. Reverse is the function name. Rev is the name of the variable. Reverse is the function name. Inside the parenthesis, how many arguments are there? It's only one argument. What is that argument? Num. That means you are passing one argument from calling function to called function. You are passing one argument from calling function to called function. Followed? So what exactly this num is holding? What exactly num is having? The value of num is 252. That means you are passing one value from calling function to called function. What value you are passing? 252. Isn't it? Fine. When the cursor hits to this particular line, it makes a jump from calling function to called function. The cursor comes to this particular line. Without executing this and this set of statements, directly it goes to the subprogram or else called function. Followed? Well, so coming back to this segment, long is the return type specifier. Once again I tell you, long is the return type specifier. Reverse is the name of the function. Reverse is the name of the function. Inside the parenthesis, long n. Long n. N is an formal parameters, as we have discussed in our previous session. Arguments are of two types: actual arguments, formal arguments. The arguments which are present in a main program, we call it as an actual arguments. The arguments which are present in a subprogram, we call it as a formal arguments. This n is the formal argument of type long. What is the name of the function? Reverse. This reverse function returns what type of answer at the end of the program? It is going to this function. This function is going to return a long type of answer. That is why I am choosing the data type as long. See, you need to concentrate here. Reverse. The name of function. Same. Uppercase reverse, and uppercase reverse. Name of case sensitive. You cannot use lowercase here and here. Okay? It gives an error because C++ is a case sensitive. That means it treats uppercase as a different and lowercase as a different. What the point? Fine. Long is the return type specifier. Reverse is the name of the function. Long n. What value has been passed from this calling function to called function? Num. What exactly the value stored in num? 252. 252 has been passed to this function. Okay. Now, what is the value of n now? That is 252. See here, one argument has been passed. There also one argument. Number of arguments must be equal. Their type also same. Type is nothing but a data type. Okay. Number of arguments must be same in calling function and called function. Arguments type is nothing but a data type, must be same. Their name may be same or may be different. Okay. There I took in the main program as num, and here I am using the subprogram as n. Got the point? So then next term 252 is stored in n. Now open flower bracket int r. R is a local variable. Local and global, these two terms we have discussed in our previous session, right? Local means the variable which is allowed to access only in that particular region. Such variables are called as a local variable. Got the point? Fine. Int r, long re, I took re stands for reverse. In shortcut I took as a re. Int r end with semicolon. Long re is equal to 0. Re is another variable of type long data type that is initialized as 0. Re is the variable that is declared of type long data type and that is initialized as 0. Okay. R is declared, Re is also declared and initialized as 0. It's clear? Fine. Well, straight away I am going with the condition while loop. As we all are familiar with this beautiful looping statement, while. While loop is also called as a pre-tested loop or entry controlled loop. It checks the condition at the beginning. If it is true, will allow us to execute the set of statements which are written in a pair of flower brackets, right? When the condition becomes false, it comes out of the while loop and executes the next statement in the program. Got the point? Fine. Have a look at here. While open parenthesis n is not equal to 0. What is the value of n? 252. So I am substituting here. 252 is not equal to 0. Condition true or false? Condition true. 252 is not equal to 0. Yes, it is true. When the condition is true means I supposed to execute the first, second and third statement. These three set of statement I have to execute because my condition is true. Fine. R is equals to n mod 10. What is the value of n? 252. 252 mod 10. So 10 2s are 20. Here it will be 5 and 2. 10 5s are 50 and here it will be 2. 2 is assigned to which variable? R variable. Do remember 2 is assigned to R. So I am going to write here R is equals to 2. Right? Then comes the next statement. N is equals to n divided by 10. What is the value of n? 252. 252 divided by 10 will be getting the answer as 25.2. So I am considering only integer part. I am considering only integer part and I am discarding the fractional part. So what is the value of num now? The value of n is 25. The value of n is 25. First time it was 252 and this time 25. Next, re is initialized as 0. Re is equal to re into 10 plus r. So I am going to substitute here. Re is equals to re value is 0. 10 as it is. What is the value of r? 2. So here 10 into 0 how much? 0. 0 into 0 plus 2. 10 into 0 is 0. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 is assigned to re. Okay. 2 is assigned to re. Stands for reverse. Okay. So again it goes to which loop? While loop. To check the condition while n is not equal to 0. What is the value of n? What is the value of n? 25. The first time it was 252 and this time the value of n is 25. Right? 25 is not equal to, see I am just making change in this. Okay? 25 is not equal to 0. 25 is not equal to 0. Yes, it is. The condition is true. The condition is true. Fine. When this condition is true, again I am going to execute these three set of statement again for one more time because my condition is true. So R is equal to n mod 10. R is equals to n mod 10. So what is the value of n? 25. 25 mod 10. So 10 2s are 20. 25 minus 20, remainder will be 5. 5 will be assigned to R. That is what I wrote here. R is equal to 5. Right? Next, n is equal to n divided by 10. 25 divided by 10 will be getting the answer as 2.5. 2.5. Once again, 2.5. I am considering only integer part. Why I am considering integer part? Because I give the data type as long int. So I must go with the integer part. I am discarding fractional part. So the integer part will be 2. Integer part will be 2. I am discarding fractional part. That means n is equals to now 2. Okay. Next, re is equal to re into 10 plus r. So I am going to write re is equals to re value is 2. 2 into 10 as it is plus r. What is the value of r? 5. 10 to the 20. 20 plus 5 is 25. 25 is assigned to which variable? Re. Okay. 25 is assigned to re. Re is equals to 25. Right. Again it goes to while loop to check the next updated value. The value of n is now this time 2. Okay. So I'm going to write here 2. Right. 2 is not equal to 0. 2 is not equal to 0. See how it is going to change its value. First time it was 252, then 25, then 2, next time 0. Okay. So 2 is not equal to 0. Condition is true. Yes, it is true. Open flower bracket. R is equal to n mod 10. What is the value of n? 2. 2 mod 10. So this is less than this. So this number itself becomes the value of R. Okay. This is less than this. Okay. 2 is less than 10. That number itself becomes the value of R. Then I go to the next expression. N is equal to n divided by 10. 2 divided by 10 will give the answer as 0.2. So I am discarding the integer part, I am discarding fractional part and I am considering only integer part, that is 0. 0 is assigned to 0 is assigned to 0 is assigned to n. Next, re is equal to re into 10 plus r. Re is equal to, that is nothing but a reverse. Re is equal to reverse. Reverse is 25 into 10 plus what is the value of r? 2. 25 to 2. 25 to 10 is 250. 250 plus 2 will be getting the answer as 252. 252 is assigned to which variable? Reverse variable. Okay, reverse variable. So I am going to write here reverse variable. Reverse is equals to 252. The value of n is 0. Again it goes to while loop to check the next updated value of n. And this time the value of n is 0. Now let me substitute. 0 is not equal to 0. 0 is not equal to 0. Condition is false. 0 is not equal to 0. Condition is false. When this condition is false, it comes out of the while loop structure. It comes out of the while loop structure and executes next statement. It comes out of the while loop and executes return what? Return re. What exactly is stored in re? 252. 252 will be sent back to the 252 will be sent back to the calling function or first function or main program. It comes here and 252 will be stored in which variable? Reverse variable. Okay. Then comes next cout. Cout, insertion, double quotation start. Reverse is equal to will print as it is because that is written under double quotation. String insertion rev. In place of rev, it is going to print its value. What is the value? 252. I am going to print. Okay. Then comes condition, if else condition. See this part is nothing but to check whether it is a palindrome or not. This part is nothing but to check whether it is a palindrome or not. Have a look at it. If open parenthesis num is equal to rev. What is the value of num? Num is, let me write here, num is 252. Num is 252. See here I am using a is equal to. You can call it as a comparison operator. which we have discussed in the introduction to C++ in the beginning chapter, that to in operators, there is equal to comparison operator. I am comparing num with reverse. Num is 252, reverse is 252. 252 is equal to 252. 252 is equal to 252. Yes, it is true. Condition is true. It is going to print its value. 252 is a palindrome. 252 is a palindrome. It comes out and executes a close flower bracket. That means end of C++ program. That means what we have given a number called as 252. If I reverse that number, it won't change its value. That number is a palindrome. We'll take another example. Say for example 159. 159. If I reverse 159, I will be getting the answer as 951. 951 is equal to 159. Condition false. At that time, when the condition is false, it comes after the else part. We'll execute else part, that is the out 951. 159 is not a palindrome. 159 is a given number. If I just reverse it, it becomes 951. 159 is equal to 951. Condition is false. Condition false means we'll execute after the else part. That is, see out 159 is not a palindrome. Got the point? Here I am making use of user-defined function. This is what the main program and this is what the sub-program. Followed? Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.